First of all, the Bradford Bulls. They had with us at full-back Vicona, Johnson, Harpy and Vainicolo, Price and Pratt. The forwards Anderson, Smith, Fielden, Radford, Peacock the skipper and Logan Swan on his official debut. And on the bench, Vanganar, Reardon, Langley and Parker for coach Brian Noble. Now the men from Penrith, Wesser at full-back, three-quarters Howland, Lewis, Fatuira and Rooney, Preston Campbell and Craig Gower at half-back. The forwards Clinton, Priddis and Lang, Nalavau, Pulatuya and Waterhouse. And the substitutes Ross, Rodney, Ward and Swain. Coach John Lang.
Ready, Tony?
Preston Campbell, 13 tries, 56 goals and 164 points in the NRL last year. And he is going to get this game underway. 2004 rolls into action on Sky Sports for the Rugby League. And here's the first tackle of the year. Nearly. What a run from Anderson. Eventually grounded by Craig Gower. Price at dummy half. Here's the youngster now, Aaron Smith.
Well, the message would have been cut out very quickly by Johnny Lang that when the big fella Anderson carts up the football, you don't take him on high. You've got to go for the legs. He proved it there. He had a half break in the first run.
Stuart Fielden did not like the attention he was receiving then from Trent Waterhouse. And the kick from Leon Price drops into the arms of Rhys Wesser. And this is a danger man for the Penrith Panthers. But it's dealt with handsomely there by Fielden, leading the way forward. And also there, Aaron Smith.
They know the dangers of it. You can see already that the Bulls are quick out of the blocks. They're trying to get into the face of the Penrith. They know the quality of the Penrith three-quarters. And you can see at the moment, they are forcing the Panthers into one-out football. It is not their style.
Priddis gets the ball away to Campbell, and through the tackle then was Trent Waterhouse. John Lang, the Penrith coach, and he is very anxious to win this match as well. Here's Campbell again. So dangerous.
Sure is. He runs on the arc. He likes to suck in the defence too, and then he's got wonderful acceleration.
And this is Waterhouse, and he gets the ball away brilliantly. And here they come again with Luke Lewis. And as he falls, he gets it back to Gower, who puts the high kick in. Here's a tester for Michael Withers, and Withers claims it on his own try line. Evades one tackle, can't get away from Pulatuya.
To show the quality there, good, well spotted by the fullback Withers, but it shows the quality of this Penrith outfit, that they want to keep this ball alive.
Leslie Vainicolo, they know about him, of course, in Australia. Drive forward by the new by Shontaine Harpy. There's the new boy Logan Swan playing it to Aaron Smith. He finds Price. On the run is Anderson. Brian Noble's gone for the big men up front in the opening exchanges here with Anderson and Fielden.
He's playing safety first, Eddie, making sure that the forwards get into the swing of this.
Well collected there by Rooney, the score of those two tries in the grand final for the Panthers.
I think both sides will be looking just to feel their way through and get into this game and hope for a mistake.
They're driving it upfield here with Joel Clinton, kangaroo tourist, but he didn't make the test side. Just inside his own half, Priddis gets the ball to Lang. He is a fearless running forward is Martin Lang. He gets the Panthers to halfway. Priddis again from dummy half. Pulatuya. Good tackle there by the second row forward, Lee Radford. High hanging kick again, another tester for Withers. Withers claims it though, and starts the next Bradford attack.
Looking for the support. He was very slow in coming through there.
Now to Vita Vicona. Gets stopped, couldn't offload. The good tackle coming in from Fatuira.
Good tactics there by Brian Noble. He often does that when the ball is turned over. He likes his wingers, they're big and strong, to come in and get into dummy half and just cart it through, trying to catch the defence on the hook.
There's Fielden again. Takes three to bring him down. Pulatuya and Martin Lang, dominant features in that tackle. There's the next kick from Price. That's a high hanger. This is a tester for the full-back. Oh, he claims it well, though, does Wesser.
Sure does, under a lot of pressure from the big fella Vainicolo.
Well, he's the leading try scorer in the NRL last year with 25 tries. His defence tested there, though.
And it was obvious that Brian Noble would have told his charges to do that. He's not very tall at all, Royce Wesser.
Polituia nearly went without the ball then, but held on. Gets them up to halfway again. There is Wesser, 24 years of age, on halfway the Panthers.
He'll certainly have plenty to do tonight. They will test him through.
Good run from Gower.
Already we see the skipper running out wide of the centres. Unusual to see that tactic.
Campbell, hit then after the ball had gone by Anderson, but he immediately gets up to his feet, and that ball hasn't found touch yet. It's bobbling around in the in-goal area. Work here for Vicona to do.
Good chase as well. Notice how the Penrith players came round just like an umbrella defence. Pretty slow there in picking that ball at Vicona. Thought it was going to go into touch. Anderson came late. Okay, said the officials.
Nicolo, great stuff over the top of Luke Lewis. British got to him with a little bit of help from Howland. And the crowd screaming for a penalty for holding down.
But it should have been. Luke British was all over him. He'd already finished the tackle. He's a workhorse. This is a run here. Finish the tackle off and then holds him down. That has to be a penalty.
Last tackle here, this set of 6 for Bradford. Fielden plays the ball to Smith. Inside it goes to Pratt. He was under real pressure from Campbell, but got it all the way. And Pratt coming up to follow up. And the ball bouncing and going backwards, says the referee. Withers has it. It's down to 0. 6 to go for Bradford. He looked and he saw the referee wiping the tackle count down there.
How's that for experience by Michael Withers? A lot of players would have panicked thinking it was the last and put the boot to the ball, but he just kept his eye on the official, Steve Ganson.
He was hurt in the process with us. He's receiving treatment at the moment. And here is the first penalty of the World Club Challenge 2004. Hands in the ball at the play the ball.
Trying to fish around to create it. There's Withers. Great presence of mind, though, by the full-back. Big fella. Another foul.
Great run from Anderson. It's Waterhouse with the tackle and then the hand in. And Michael Withers, Penrith Panthers fan as a youngster, injured in that incident there. Bradford in possession then with Anderson.
Getting through a lot of work is Anderson, the prop forward. Obviously the tactics by Brian Noble try to wear down their opposition.
This is Fielden.
It's something they've done for many a year.
Leon Price. Big chance tonight for Price playing at standoff. Great run.
Beautiful stepping run there by the standoff.
Here's Jamie Peacock. Bradford skipper for the night. Halted 10 metres out by Polituia. Aaron Smith, the dummy half. Here is Carl Pratt. Dabs the kick and goal, and it's shuttled over the dead ball line by Brett Howland.
Good kick, good positional play by the winger Howland.
One of the fastest in the NRL, Brett Howland. Missed the grand final.
Good option
then.
Good option by the halfback Carl Pratt. A lot of people think that he'll be the weak link in the Bradford side tonight, but a golden opportunity. Remember, Brian Noble had a lot of faith in bringing him from Leeds. There is the Bulls coach of the year, of course, last season.
Shallow shallow dropout rather from Penrith, and Withers looks like he's fully recovered from that earlier bang. 0-0 here at Huddersfield in the World Club Challenge. The right to call themselves World Club champions tonight, and Logan Swan drops the ball under no real pressure.
Well, they do it all the time. You can see he just had a little glimpse there. Trent Waterhouse moving in towards him. Doesn't matter what age and what position and at what level you play rugby league, you have to keep the eye on the football.
And here now is Lewis again.
Penrith worked that move so many times last season. It was so successful, and that's where, from the scrum base, they bring the wing in on the arc.
Wesser joined the attack then. This is Waterhouse. Tell you what, Steve-O, there is nothing like an early pre-season friendly on show here. This is full-blooded stuff. Polituia gets the ball away round the corner. Lucky to get away with that, really. Ball went nowhere, and Rooney was the man who picked it up.
Eddie, when you're talking World Championship, you don't mess around, you go for it. They want the trophy either side.
And here is Nullavow. Gets the ball away. to the captain. On one leg, he gets it back to Campbell. Campbell floats the pass out wide. Lewis again. Harpy doing well.
Good defence. Wonderful play by the Bulls. Sliding across.
Here's Gower once more with another high kick. And Leon Price. It's a goal line dropout.
Testing kick as well. High from Gower. High kick would have meant that Leon Price would have been looking into the floodlights.
He would have got a few points for style on the judges' scorecard there, Leon Price, but nothing in the end for effectiveness.
Forget style. You could see the look on Brian Noble's face there. He wanted that football, bring it back into the field of play.
Clinton will drive it forward, midway inside the Bradford half of the field. Full set of 6 to come. Here is Martin Lang taking on Jamie Peacock and Leon Price. 28 valuable metres gained. They're inside the danger zone with Prittis. And here now is Pulatuya.
Watch for Prittis going from dummy half, close to the line.
Back it goes to Gower, though. It now finds its way to Campbell. On his inside is Waterhouse. Good hit. Great tackle that by Logan Swan. Gower gives it again to Nalavau. Ball has come clear and Withers has it back for the Bradford Bulls.
It's a pretty wet surface out there, and it's not surprising that they've done well both sides. Look at the strength there. This is building up to be a big one. Great hit there by the hooker, Aaron Smith.
There is Smith again. Inside it goes to Logan Swan. Difficult ball to catch that round his ankles. Helped it on then to Paul Anderson. Early impressions, Phil.
Well, it's a pretty good game, isn't it? Penrith making a lot of yards when they've got the ball. Last two here, though, the Bradford side. Here we go with Withers.
Great step from Withers, and they're flooding up into 4. Price and Pratt. Kick out wide, looking for Vinacolo. Vinacolo! He went the wrong way. They're going to get the ball back anyway from the head and feet of this scrum. But did they take the wrong option? He had 2 men on his inside.
Certainly did. Withers didn't look on the inside. Leon Price was screaming for the football. All he had to do was suck in Rajweta, the full back, and the big fella couldn't take it. But they've got position, and they've also got head and feet at the scrum. That shows you how slippy it is out there. Look at this here, but watch for Price on his right-hand side. All he had to do was just offload. Nothing that Wesser could have done. They have absolutely blown the golden opportunity. And you don't have to tell me that Mr. Noble is not too impressed. But great work, though, from Withers.
Indeed, and they have the chance here to immediately atone, because it's with Smith again, Aaron Smith, who gives it to Logan Swan. So close, great run from Logan Swan. Smith again, showed it to Anderson, took the responsibility on himself. The tackle is completed by Prittis, and there's a bit of hanging on there as well. Here now is Pratt. Pratt tried to stop the kick through. And it's come up for Campbell.
Well, it's very slow there, Pratt, because he actually had the ball ricochet in the front of his own man, who was standing well in front of him.
Second boys.
Not the best build-up there by Bradford, and they know that they've missed a golden opportunity.
And that was a kick very early in the tackle count from Leon Price. Back to Clarkey.
Jimmy.
Bradford know, Eddie, that they must turn any line breaks into tries, and that was a golden opportunity missed for probably 6 points under the post. They went for the most spectacular try of the year, I think, with that kick across, but it didn't come off. And again, Penrith have been able to get away from that danger zone. Usually, when Bradford have played against sides in the Super League, when they get close to an opponent's line, they usually come away with at least a try. They are one of the best sides at converting field position into points. But again, now the game's seesawed, and I think we're going to see that. I think it's going to be one of those games. A lot of breaks, end-to-end game.
Let's hope so. Craig Gower, great kick to the corner. Bradford will get head and feet at the scrum, but they're 10 metres away from their own line. They play 24 weekly rounds in the NRL to the Penrith Panthers. They scored 118 tries last year. Bulls, 28 games, 150 tries. Here, though, is the interesting stat. Bradford conceded 87 in their programme. Penrith, they conceded 94 in 4 fewer games. Who has the best defence? Because defence wins matches.
Well, we'll soon see tonight. If there is any doubt in the Penrith camp, it's the fact that they do often just take their eyes off the ball, and they allow the opposition just to get the make break. We saw there that Withers going through it. Interesting to see. We saw the kick earlier there from Craig Gower. The experience telling, he knew that his side had been on the rack. He just calmed it down, kicked right into the corner.
Coming up to the quarter-hour mark, Paul Anderson still out there. We'll soon see Joe Vangenaar, I think. This is Shontaine Harpy. The tackle by Preston Campbell.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if Vangenaar does come out there, because it's been a lot of hard work from Paul Anderson.
And he's actually now, as we speak, warming up on the touchline, having a belt into the tackle bags. There he is over on the far side. You can just see him as that kick drops tantalisingly in front of Rooney, and it gave Bradford the opportunity to move forward. There's the big fellow, Vangenaar, 99th appearance coming up for Bradford, 100, providing he's fit enough next Friday night against Wigan in the Super League opener, a repeat of the grand final of last year, and you can see it, of course, here on Sky Sports 1 week tonight. We shall be at Odsal for the big kick-off, Bradford-Wigan next Friday, Sky Sports 1, 7:30, and then we take a look at Warrington's new place. Warrington against Wakefield, their brand new stadium opens. They're expecting a full house, 6 o'clock, Sky Sports 1. Meanwhile, here they come, the Panthers. That's a great ball wide, and they get it in field as well, and this is Fatuira, and he slides his way over the line. Did momentum taken? Was it a double movement? It's the first decision for video referee Jeff Berry of 2004.
Did the momentum take him through? If it's still moving, and he is still moving, but I think the ball carrying arm, as far as I'm concerned, has hit the deck. There is a definite move. Look from a different angle. As soon as he hits it there, but he's still moving, Jeff Berry has to make the decision, was there movement with the ball carrying arm? He's still sliding. If the ball carrying arm hits the deck and there's any stopping, it's no try, and he reaches out. But I think they're going to give this, because it's moving all the way. They're sliding through the impact.
He definitely lifts, though. He definitely lifts, but I agree with you, he's on the move.
If he's moving, it's got to be a try. I'll probably get it wrong. It's a new season. I'm back in town. I'm going to go for TRY, and you can bet out there I've got it wrong.
Jeff Berry, first decision of 2004. You've got it wrong. John Lang mystified by that, by the looks. The ball carrying arm lifted, that can be the only reason why that was chalked off. He's ruled a double movement, Jeff Berry. There.
Well, he's moving all the time. It could have gone either way. As I said, anybody that was quickly having a bet, they must have a fortune in the pockets there. First one of the season, got it wrong, but it just shows you the ability of the little halfback Craig Gower running across the defence of Bradford, and a little inside pass. Bang! He was through.
What movement from the three-quarter line, what movement from the backs of Penrith. They really kept that ball alive. It deserved a try. Good ball from Smith.
Well, two opportunities, one from either side, that could have put points on the board. There it is, 0-0. But what a game they're serving up at the moment.
And here comes Harpy, and he's got support from Logan Swan. And Logan Swan not with the best pass, but Vinacola with it all to do. Oh, and they've spilt it again. They've got away with it, though. No, they haven't. Penrith have a penalty. He was held back as he went for the bouncing ball. Waterhouse was it who was held.
It was a loose forward, Eddie Waterhouse, but good work for Shontaine Harpy. He went straight through the gap, and he was looking to turn to offload. And then you just see that they hang him back. No doubt about it that Lee Ratford got a hand to him. Headed and abetted by Carl Pratt.
So penalty to the Panthers.
Let's take
0-0 though.
Let's take a breath. I think both sides have produced some absolutely wonderful rugby league football.
It's being played at some pace as well for the first match of the new year. Lang with it is a terrific hit from Harpy.
You beauty, the first bell ringer of the season, and that was obstruction. The big fella,
Clinton.
Puliatuyu certainly utilised his player in front. Well spotted by Steve Ganson.
Pratt with the penalty dumps the ball into touch. Smith restarts. Vangenaar is on for the Bulls. Oh, he's stopped dead in his tracks though by Nalabau and Clinton.
They haven't had the ball for a while, the Bulls, and I'm sure that the tactics will be to just drive it forward, not risk keeping this ball alive. Field position is so important. They want to try to keep them pushing back all the time.
Smith, the dummy half. Midway inside the Penrith half of the field. This is Peacock. Wrestled to the ground by Waterhouse. Smith again. Fielden. 10, 11 metres away maybe from the try line. The Bulls with Price. Spreads it wide to Pratt. Another kick. Looking to test Reese Wesser. Oh! And Vainicolo's nicked it. And Vainicolo's come up with the first try.
He'll go for the screen. He wants to see if he's onside. Wants to test the ground in two. But he has pinched it.
And if he's contested the ball, which I think he has, this will stand.
Yeah. Now then, is he offside? Neat kick from Pratt.
Oh, he's onside.
He's onside, right. Okay. There'll be no
thumb up as well.
No problem with that at all. Mention the fact that Wesser's not the tallest, but he does get up high. It's his, and then it isn't. The big fella says Christmas has come early. That is one gift, but full credit to the kick and the ability of the big winger to say, it is mine. Wesser, it ain't yours, boy. The first one that in. What a great effort. What a start. This is building up to be a classic already. He had it, and then he didn't. Come to daddy. The candy is yours in the first 4 of the season.
Well, Leslie Vainicolo, he got 28 tries last year, and he made his debut here for the Bulls in the World Club Challenge.
Well, the video referee's not too happy. I don't know why. There doesn't seem to be any bobbling ball in there. This will be TRY.
Vainicolo hopes so, and it is. First blood to the Bradford Bulls. Leslie Vainicolo, the try scorer. Deserved that for his sheer persistence. Remember, he blew one earlier, but this kick was hanging. It was Wesser's, then it was Vainicolo's. Bradford 4 points.
You could have to say that the height came into it, but it really didn't, because Wesser gets higher than Vainicolo to start with. Just couldn't hang on. The poacher Vainicolo has taken it, but it was a beautifully weighted kick from Carl Pratt.
Now then, this is the first test of the Bradford kicker. That is, of course, Lee Radford. It could be a problem that they haven't got Deacon out there. With Deacon there, I venture to suggest it be 6-0 now.
It's not good, it is. It's a huge problem for Brian Noble. I know he tried to wash it off in the interview before the kickoff.
Well, he said to me this week he isn't losing any sleep over it. They're just going to go out and score tries to beat this team.
Well, they've got the capabilities, both sides have. I think we can look forward to a cracking game. But good tactics. That's the third kick that Carl Pratt.
I'm reminded, Steve-O, that when the Bradford Bulls beat the Newcastle Knights, Paul Deacon that night kicked 8 goals. And that's how vital a goal kicker is in the modern game.
It certainly is, because this is going to be a tight encounter.
But they just got to score more tries than Penrith. It's as simple as that. This game is built around tries. Not about penalty kicks, not about conversions. It's scoring tries that matters in the great game of rugby league. Bradford in possession. Clarkey.
I think it's important too for the Bradford side that they've scored the first try. Both Carl Pratt and Leon Price, as you say, playing in the half-back positions without Deacon and Paul. Perhaps a bit of pressure on them, a lot of media attention on the fact that they're missing a couple of key playmakers will help them to settle in. It was a great kick from Pratt, and that will help him no end. I've been very impressed with Penrith's speed of the line, by which I mean how quickly they're coming up to tackle Bradford. And now that they've got the ball, Bradford are trying to do the same. It's a very high-quality game.
Clarkey, I just get the impression you've got to admire the way that Brian Noble coaches his side. You talked about the pressure that's been applied to Leon Price and Carl Pratt, but he's given Carl Pratt the opportunity to control things out that. That was his third kick, and he's certainly enjoying himself.
Yeah, he has. One thing you've got to do as a coach is inspire players, and I know he'll have inspired Price and Pratt to play the best of their ability. The other thing he's done to be successful as a coach, you've got to be obsessed in some way, Steve-O, and Brian Noble is obsessed with good technique and good defence. And really that's the foundation on which he's built the success at the Bradford club over the last few years, and it's on which that platform again tonight they've got any chance of becoming the world champions.
Yeah, he certainly makes a mockery of the fact that Brian Noble, of course, a former hooker, that hookers have got no brains. He certainly has got a lot, as Mr. Noble.
And John Lang, also a former hooker, Steve-O. So 2 out of 3 isn't bad.
I resemble that remark, and I will not be pulled into it. Not early in the season, anyway.
Okay, yeah, it's a bit early for all that, I suppose. Here's Radford. He was joint coach of East Hull, by the way, Lee Radford, who beat Swinton in the Cup last week. Here's Rooney.
Again, the tactics of making sure that the kick is deep, allowing Bradford the chance to just control things out there. We often talk about field position, but it is so important. I mentioned the fact that Penrith had the ball for a set of 2, so they had 12. Bradford didn't panic, and they utilised the forwards. They slowed it down.
He does really well, does Nalabau, gets the ball away, but Bradford hunting and standing tall in defence. Pritish took that tackle. There's Campbell, here's Gower again. A lovely dab through. Oh, and he could have been taken out there by Harpy. He was certainly impeded, Luke Lewis. And Withers stands firm. They went for him.
Well, the
Nalabau went hunting.
Penrith side amazed at the referee Steve Ganson, because there certainly was obstruction there.
Now there's a penalty for offside. Not standing square.
And that was brought about by the eagerness of this Bradford side to play the ball quickly, run from dummy half, pick out your spot. You catch the opposition, they may be not alert, a little bit tired because they've had to chase the kick. And too quick play of the ball, run at the man, has not made the required 10 metres.
Penrith's first game, Steve-O, since the grand final. We've made much of the fact that Bradford have had the 2 pre-season friendlies. They look the sharper at the moment.
They certainly do. It did surprise me. John Lang said that he didn't want a build-up game. I know there was quite a few clubs in this country, London were one of them, that wanted to say, well, you know, we will give you that trial.
Well, Widnes tried that last year, and if you're going to have a World Club Championship, it's got to be here against the against your Super League champions. They could have gone into France and played. This is Price. Price on the break. Still Price. Wonderful try from Leon Price. He evaded the tackles. He slipped the net. And Leon Price, substitute in the grand final last year, has stamped his mark on this World Club Challenge from his favoured position of standoff. That was a wonderful try from Price.
Outstanding effort, superb, great control, second effort. It looked at one point as though they dragged him down, but his ability to just keep on going, superb. Look at that dummy there, held off. Gower should have got to him, but look at the inside step. They got in each other's way, and he knew he was off on his way to the line. Look at the dummy here. British trying to go low. Concentration there. Should have got him. They failed to do it. They paid the price. And it is that man, Price, who scores the try. Well, they said if there was going to be a weakness in the Bulls tonight, it would be the 2 halfbacks. Carl Pratt, the kick, brought the first try to Vainikolo. And a wonderful solo effort from Leon Price has brought the second. They're on fire.
Change of kicker for Bradford, Michael Withers. Lee Radford with the first kick was way off beam. This is out on the other side of the field. And even for a man like Paul Deacon, this would be a difficult conversion attempt. Withers, though, with the opportunity to strike 2 more points for Bradford, and it just went underneath the bar. 8-0, Bradford lead. What a try, Clarkey, and didn't Great Britain miss Leon Price in that Test series last year?
Well, he has to be one of the most dangerous individual runners of the ball. He's so evasive, he's a very big, strong and powerful player, and when the defenders don't know whether he's going to run or pass with the ball, it makes him even more dangerous. I thought he'd blown the chance when he went and took on the fullback himself, but I perhaps underestimated his strength as he brushed him aside easily and scored in the corner. Great try, Leon Price, very dangerous player, and the Bulls need the ball in his hands as much as possible with a bit of width on it.
Preston Campbell restarts. Ball bounces into the arms of Tavita Vicona. Good chase from the kickoff led by Clinton.
The one thing about Leon Price, Eddie, is that he's a player that needs to build his confidence throughout the game. And that really will have lifted him, not only himself, but the team.
And he's tall and stringy, but he is standoff material, isn't he?
Well, he's got great qualities, we all know that, Brian Noble especially. But there are times when he does go into his shell, but after the try like that, he will be hunting for the football. Give me more.
Bradford takes the next tackle. Here is Aaron Smith, gets it back to the try scorer, Price. That's a much better kick in between the winger Howland and Wessler, the fullback.
They've wrapped it up well. They are kicking the Panthers to death at the moment. They're having to turn around on so many occasions. And over the last 10 minutes, they really have been camped down deep within their own quarter.
Panthers licking their wounds, injured, Chris?
Yeah, not good news. I mean, they could well be reduced to 16 players. Paul Fatawira copped a knock on the head about 10 minutes ago. He went straight into the tunnel. There was no blood to be seen, but he hasn't re-emerged, so they could be down to 16 men. I can't guarantee if he will come back into the game at this point.
Rather surprising that with a scoreline like that, they've conceded 2 tries, that Penrith within their own half trying to offload the ball in slippery conditions. It is not the tactics that you need. They've got to fight their way back. They've got to just grind their way back into this game.
Smith again, Leon Price, Carl Pratt. Charged down there by Campbell, so that will come back to scrum. Knock on.
And he's going for the intercept. Used a lot of those in Australia last year. Nearly got to it, just dipped away, but it's going to be more pressure. Another set of 6 for Bradford, and I just get the impression that Bradford may go for an early kick. They've tested Wessler on so many occasions.
Now, I've just been watching Leon Price, Steve, and what you said is absolutely right. He is suddenly bubbling, this fella. And talking of bubbling, it's boiling in the front of that scrum.
2 9s, get up. Get the scrum up.
And of course the scrum this season,
Eddie, and Aaron Smith, who is no respecter of reputation.
I don't need you, mate, just him. You're partially at fault because you tried pack down into him and you've not got your scrum complete. So you're going into him and you don't wonder you don't like it. So wait while I'm talking to you, go down on my instruction then with no problems. We happy with that? Yeah, go.
And look out this year for how the scrum halves actually feed the scrum.
It's got to go. It's supposed to go in the middle.
Tunnel. Yes.
Well, Carl Pratt should have been well, if that's going through the tunnel, they've just found another underground.
Here's Smith. Here is Price. And back it goes to Radford. And the Panthers have got the devil's own job on here to keep Bradford out because they are looking rampant at the moment. Smith, Fielden, felt the pain of those 3 Test defeats last autumn more than anyone. Smith, looping pass to Price. Price tantalising them again. Good hit from Waterhouse, but they strayed offside. Out wide did the Panthers. Well, if Deacon was out there, here is a gift too. And the boss wants 2 points.
Now that has surprised me. 10 minutes before the half-time break, they don't have a recognised kicker. Okay, it's in a pretty simple position. But I'm surprised that Brian Noble put up the 2 fingers saying we'll take the penalty. I would have gone perhaps to put the Penrith Panthers under a lot more pressure. He's shaking his head in disbelief is the Penrith skipper Craig Gower, mainly due to the fact that by the time he blew the whistle, the ball had gone through 2 pairs of hands.
I think he said to Craig Gow when he questioned him, Steve Ganson, the referee, that the foot has to be over the try line. When yes, there he is. He just said it again. You should all know, back foot on the line. Withers. He's kicked it. Bradford ahead, 10-0. Withers with a bloody nose. Maybe should not be out there.
Well, he certainly needs attention, and the officials will be quick to make sure that he gets that attention. But he's looking pretty at the moment, is Mr. Noble.
He is. And did I see in the crowd then a Leeds Rhino shirt on its feet and cheering a Bradford Bull score?
Yes.
That is a rare sight indeed.
No, it's not, because rugby league fans, when it comes to an international situation, we all band together.
First way, mate. Come on. Good.
I thought you may have noticed that over the years, Eduardo.
I did. I do. And I remember you wearing the cap of the Penrith Panthers before this game started. It was a bit high.
Certainly was.
Smith.
It was a lot high.
On the top, Paul.
Luke Lewis, the culprit.
Yeah, they had a go at him first. It was Campbell, and then Lewis certainly got him.
A couple of changes on the way here for Penrith. There's two men off the bench, and I think one of them is Colin Ward, the 33-year-old. He's playing his last match for Penrith tonight. And is that right? He's being, Chris Warren said 42 pence. It's an Aussie dollar, isn't it? He's being paid.
It is an Aussie dollar, and I think it's about 49 pence or 48. Either way, they had to do that because he had to have a professional contract, and he knows he's retiring after this game. I wonder how much tax he'll pay on that, Eddie.
Forward Smith, and that's a forward pass.
Yeah, it certainly was. Well spotted, but a wonderful little move, wasn't it? Already, you can see that the Bradford Bulls this season are not just going to be classified as a bash and barge outfit with a big set of forwards. They have created some really good, positive style and positive moves already.
10-0, Bradford worth that lead, Phil.
Yeah, I'd say they were. I think the game's very, very close, but one thing that's helped the Bradford side really is the discipline. I was just going to say, they conceded less penalties than anybody in the British Super League. They were winning the penalty count 6-1 until that one there now, which brings it back. But perhaps here now with this penalty and the field position that Penrith should gain from it, it's a chance for them to attack. And let's just see what they've got here. We're half an hour into the game, and we'll see what's just made them the champions of Australia.
Martin Lang.
Well, I must say, Steve Ganson is applying the rules to the book. Penalised Penrith with the fact they didn't have their feet over the line, and we saw there that Logan Swan was penalised for breaking it from the pack very quickly.
Here's Gower and Waterhouse. Oh, and they're standing and getting the ball away. Here comes Nalabau.
Big boy.
Oh, it takes 3 to stop him, 2 to bring him down. Priddis to Campbell. Don't see that very often.
Sheer frustration written on the face of the standoff Preston Campbell.
Nothing wrong with the pass.
None whatsoever. And he didn't take his eye off the football either. He's guiding it through into the breadbasket.
It was a bit easy, mate. Bit too soon.
Haven't had the football for quite some time anywhere near the Bradford line. And that just shows you how the Bulls are dominant at the moment. And that's the tunnel that's supposed to be square. I think they might scrap that new rule, Eddie, after tonight.
Well, the document from Stuart Cummings says presentation is the key to the scrums. He's trying to sharpen them up, and that's what a lot of people have been calling for over the recent past.
Well, it certainly hasn't got across to Mr. Carl Pratt, who's still rolling it, as they have done for many years, towards a loose forward. There again, you see the ability of Bradford players. They want to get on with it.
Great ball, Harpy.
Fantastic.
Harpy gets it away, and here goes Parker. Good tackle, though. Had to be as well. Harpy waits at dummy half.
Good work from Howland.
Carl Pratt, crossfield kick. It's hanging, and it's a bit of a tester for Rooney. He's lost it. The ball inside to Logan Swan, and on his debut, Logan Swan scores the third Bulls try underneath the sticks. Panthers are about to turn round at least 16 points to the good, because surely Withers will kick this. What a try from Logan Swan on his debut.
No doubt in my mind they'll add the extra 2 points. And again we see the ability to utilise the kick. Another high one from Carl Pratt. Superb stuff. It was a beautiful kick there. Should have been taken. And the loose forward. What a take from Michael Withers. What a buy he has been for Bradford.
Well, Logan Swan, he had 6 years with the New Zealand Warriors. His last appearance was a playoff defeat against the Panthers last year. That will be a sweet moment for him. And there's a sweet moment for Michael Withers. 16-0, the Bradford Bulls.
Basic rugby league football. Hats off to the Bulls. They are showing not only their strength, but common sense, in as much that when they get anywhere near the Panthers' line, they are going to make sure that it gets high. Maybe they're a bit ring rusty, I don't know, but you cannot deny the wonderful team spirit, the ability, and you could see there Carl Pratt saying to the crowd, come on, we want more lifters. And you know, I think he might get it.
It's a wonderful lead.
Fantastic play by Bradford.
2.5 to the break. Messi and a knock-on by Parker. This is Penrith's chance. Bradford now will have to stand firm in defence if they want to hang on to this 16-point advantage. Parker's mistake. He was unlucky to miss the grand final last year. They come this way with Rhys Wesser. That's a great tackle by Withers. Here's Luke Lewis.
Well, the one thing that Penrith do realise, they know they've got to get the score on the board before the half-time hooter goes. They really have to go in with something positive to look at.
And there is Colin Ward. British waits, they're 5 metres away from the line. It's with Gower, now Waterhouse. And Bradford were waiting to spring the trap. Gower again. Look for Wesser, took it on himself.
Good defence.
Very alert in defence from Logan Swan. Prittis, Campbell, crossfield kick, tester for Vinacolo. Rudy's after it, drops it. Bradford will turn round with a 16-point advantage.
Little doubt he'll be at the jumper time now. Just get the big guys running through, though. Rather unusual to run across the face of the post there. Big prop forward. Safety first now, and then they'll look towards a kick. Again, we see the two wingers, they look for work.
Twice last year, Penrith were nilled in the first half of a match in the NRL, and on both occasions, they were beaten. The omens are good for Bradford. Inside the last minute of this first half, 2 tackles, this set of 6 remaining. Smith to Price. Price to Radford. That's the last. They expect the kick here. There's been a good defensive stint this from the Panthers. Price with the kick downfield. Into the arms of Wesser. Now this is where he's dangerous. Bradford alert to that. Kick and chase. Still in. Withers collects. Away from Wesser, away from another. Great run from the fullback. Gets only as far as Luke Swain.
As a schoolboy, Michael Withers used to follow the Panthers. He's bringing them a lot of pain tonight.
Bradford will turn around with a 16-point advantage. And there is the half-time siren. The champions of the Super League, with Leon Price in outstanding form, leading the champions and premiers from Australia, the Penrith Panthers, by 16 points to 0. And Logan Swan with a try on this, his full debut.
One of the big problems from Penrith, as far as I'm concerned, is that they've been trying to force the ball in impossible situations, and rather surprisingly, the man of the match in the grand final, Luke Prittis, has only run 3 times from dummy half. They need more of that from him.
And Fatuir, of course, is off the field and injured and unlikely, we were told, to return. So they are playing this World Club Challenge now with just 16 fit men. But there is a long, long way to go. And Steve-O, we have been known in the past to have put the mockers on British teams. So let's not count any chickens too early.
Yeah,
Ben Ross.
It's an important 10 minutes for either side for obviously different reasons. And there we see automatic. John Lang obviously has said to him, look, we need more running from the dummy half. What in effect that Penrith failed to do in the first half was to make sure that the Bradford markers 1 and 2 were actually working. And they weren't. They were allowing the second marker to go back because they weren't putting him under pressure from the dummy half.
Punt downfield from Craig Gower. Let's go down to the sideline. Bill Arthur is with Paul Deacon.
Paul, what do you make of it so far?
Yeah, it's going very well. You know, it's all going to plan at the minute. You know, we concentrated big this week on our defence, and you know, they've not scored a point up to now.
What do you think of the goal kicking?
I didn't know you were going to ask me that. Not too bad. Mick missed one from the touchline, but it looked as though it was going over, but I just couldn't reach, so I'll rib him about that during the week.
Phil Vivas has just told me that they know. The guys know that Penrith can come back, and they really have got to be on their toes now, just now, haven't they?
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, Penrith made a name last year in the NRL, you know, scoring points. You know, any time in the game, and they can score from anywhere on the pitch, so, you know, we've got to be aware of that, and you know, keep our defence like we did in the first half.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks very much.
Paul Deacon on the sideline. That was a blatant penalty against Paul Johnson. The tackle was completed, and then Luke Lewis came in for a second nip. Oh, beg your pardon, it was Luke Rooney, beg your pardon. Too many Lukes in this team.
The problem there, it just shows you that the frustration, not a lot of confidence in this Penrith outfit. And they give away silly penalties early in the piece when the first opportunity that Bradford have possession. And you can see there again, they're trying to get into this game with rough, tough tactics. But a silly penalty, and even though we've gone on about it in the first half, this surely would be a gift 2 points. No doubt about the penalty. Steve Ganson right on the spot. But it has been a wonderful effort by the two wingers from Bradford tonight, Vicona and Vainicolo. Their ability to run in from dummy half. 14 runs from Bradford in that first half from the dummy half position, and most of those came from the two big wingers.
And you were pointing to the fact that they might miss Jimmy Lowes.
Yes, and I must say that the youngster, Aaron Smith, has handled it well. And he's also playing to plan, because he's just nice and steady, just farming the ball out. Not doing anything wrong, not doing anything brilliant, but just getting about his job.
With us then for 2 more, and he accepts them gleefully. 18-0. Importantly, the Bulls have scored first in this second half.
Well, the highlight in the first 40 has to be the two half-backs there. Ability in different ways. Leon Price, we saw that individual try was superb. Carl Pratt's kicking. It's a worried time for John Lang, and he knows it. They've got to get on the scoreboard to try to cast some doubt in the minds of this Bulls outfit, who are looking very confident indeed.
They are. 5 men have left Odsal since the grand final success. Paul Johnson, Toakohi Love and Logan Swan have moved in. I must say, on the evidence of the 44 minutes we've seen so far tonight, it's business as usual for Brian Noble's Bradford Bulls.
And that ability, Eddie, it was on show last season, that the Bradford Bulls can share the work. I thought perhaps they may miss the hard work of Forshaw and Gardner, and of course the guile, of course, from Jimmy Lowes, but they have played a true team effort tonight.
Penalty now against Carl Pratt. He was pulling the jersey of the tackler.
Well, I suppose in many ways he was holding him down. It's a pretty thin line. A bit pedantic tonight, Mr. Ganson.
Here is Ross.
But other than that, he's refereed well.
And he's given Bradford a shed load of penalties. 8-3. All have been merited, though. Here's Pridis. Now it's with Gower. What can he do, Gower?
Well, he wants the inside runners, and there were none available there.
Pridis, back he comes to Rhys Wesser. Flicked out the back door to Colin Ward.
Great defence. Coming in on the angle, forcing them back down the middle.
And here is Campbell.
First time we've seen his explosive speed. They had to get back to him pretty quickly.
Pridis again. Pridis going on his own from dummy half, and Bradford having to stand firm in defence, which they do. And that's the turnover.
Went for the power play, not surprisingly. First the run from Campbell, and then the attempt from Pridis. He certainly changed his game the first half. He was very, very rarely seen.
Well, I'm sure this Bradford Bull side and the defence that they are showing here tonight, it will impress the audience in Australia. This match being shown live right around Australia on the Channel 9 network on Saturday morning. We say good morning to you and welcome to Huddersfield in Blighty. It's a wonderful night for Bradford, not so for Penrith so far. And there is Radford. Good hit. Our NRL coverage starts Canterbury Parramatta the 13th of March. Sky Sports Extra.
Again, another power play. And he nearly caught them napping, did Leon Price. Took the ball a la Kieran Cunningham fashion on the run. That's been another problem for Johnny Lang's boys, is the fact that they've been very slow in getting themselves organised in facing up for the defensive pattern 1 and 2 markers.
Rhys Wesser arrived with a massive reputation in attack, but defence tonight has been a little wanting.
Well, what's been missing also by the Panthers tonight is a second phase of attack. They haven't used a dummy runner to hardly any effect. They kept the ball alive but made little progress.
That's a good ball though from Gower to Pulituya.
Good work. If there's one man out there that can turn the tide, it is Craig Gower.
And here he is again, taking the pass from Campbell, attacking the line, trying to drift in between Logan Swan and Stuart Fielden, couldn't do so on the last. Rhys Wesser is the dummy half. They come back this way with Campbell. He'll hoist the kick to the in-goal area. It's a tester, and that ball has come free, and Pridis! And now has he scored it? He's got the ball down. The referee, Steve Ganson, hands it on again to Jeff Berry. I think Pridis has scored this one. Mind you, we thought that they had scored through Fatuia in the first half.
With a good high kick. Taken a leaf out of the Bradford book, haven't they? This is what really put them under a lot of pressure in the first half. Panthers, that is. This occasion, Preston Campbell gets plenty of height. He's onside. That there's little doubt. Vicona goes high. Well, as it touched it, I think that's anybody's ball.
It came off Vicona and went off the head.
This will be a try, I feel. TRY for Pridis. No stranger to scoring the 4-pointers.
But it's not down yet. Now it is.
Yeah, it is. I think this will be given, Eddie.
Well, you thought that the first one was going to be.
Well, it bounces off the head. If it touches the finger first, it's got to be Vicona. This is what it looks for. Yeah, Vicona then hits the winger's head. I'm going to go for try. Yeah. The hand was up, but he missed it, and it's certainly Price and Vicona that are contesting it more than the Penrith winger. I don't think Rooney touches the ball here. No, I think he misses it. It comes off his head, but that's okay. Bounces kindly for the hooker.
Vicona does all he can to stop him.
He certainly does, and then swings away, and I think that's under control.
Well, you were wrong in the first half, but you're going for try again. Let's see what Jeff Berry has to say. Penrith are on the board.
And boy, did they need that.
And Pridis, their try scorer. He was a hooker for Brisbane in the 2001 World Club Championship against St Helens at Bolton. He lost on that occasion 18 points to 20, but Pridis has given the Panthers hope.
It's a beautiful kick by the standoff Preston Campbell. It all went through it, and if anything, Price and Vicona got in each other's way. Priddis scores a try, though. He won't make any friends or get Christmas cards from any of the pommies here. He came out with a comment that really we could do without. As the try was given, he turned to the crowd behind the sticks and said, "Take that. Get on with the game, concentrate, that's what we have to do, full-time professionals."
British, the try in last season's grand final defeat of the Roosters. This is Campbell, and he has hooked it the wrong side of the post. 18-4 though, Bradford still ahead. Chris Warren is our man with the Penrith Panthers. Chris?
Well, Eddie, the big word from John Lang was obviously don't panic. We're not out of this game just yet. Plenty of time still in it. He did say, look, the Bradford Bulls in the first half had a glut of possession. A lot of our indiscipline gave them that possession. They did score one try through an opportunistic kick, and he was adamant that his try was disallowed but should have been a try. So he said, look, don't panic. Plenty of time left to go. Not a lot of fans here in this good crowd at McAlpine with Penrith shirts. I am told that there's 2,000 plus fans at Penrith's home ground there at the Penrith Leagues Club watching this game live through Sky Sports. They'll be hoping their men can come home with a wet sail. Paul Fatawira, a migraine as well, but he has returned to the bench.
Meanwhile, it's Penrith who are in possession with Tony Pulatuya.
He's been the forward that's impressed for the Panthers so far. Big second rower, Tony Pulatuya.
Colin Ward.
And his ability to take the inside pass from Craig Gower.
British down the blind side, making good ground as well. They're in Bradford territory here on the last. Campbell to Gower. And Gower with the outside of the boot stabs it, trying to get it beyond Withers, but Withers tidies up at the back. Clarkey.
Your next set of six when you score a try is always very important. I was very impressed though with how Penrith played with that. They took it up to halfway line, they put a good kick in, and they'll be delighted with the outcome at the end of it. Now there's the pressure they want to apply onto the Bradford side. You've talked a lot about Priddis and Greg Gower, but the player who's impressed me most for Penrith has been the 13 Trent Waterhouse. He came over with the Kangaroos in the autumn series, didn't feature much, but no doubt learnt a lot, and I just think he's been everywhere in defence and he's been willing in attack. He's also done a lot of talk off the ball, he takes the line up well, and he's really been the standout player who's gotten his side back into the game.
Little element of danger for Penrith. Craig Gower is trying to run an injury off. This is Leon Price, he just pumps the ball downfield. Oh, and that bounces unkindly for Rhys Wesser. Wesser will launch the next attack, but Johnson after him. And the former Wigan man gets to him.
Well, Johnson was the first there, but there was another 7. Kick and chase has been superb by the Bradford Bulls tonight. They realise that they cannot allow the fullback Wesser to take the ball on the full, and on nearly every occasion they force Wesser to take the ball after it's hit the ground. He likes to take the ball on the run. He's so dangerous that they plotted pretty good tactic against him.
That's a great ball from Gower. Here is Campbell, and now it's with Luke Lewis.
Oh, that's an impossible pass. They needed possession. Well, we heard Bill Arthur come out with the fact that the coaches want a little bit more composure, no panic at all, and this is sheer panic. You could see there that Howland had already come on the inside. Not surprisingly, Johnny Lang has come onto the sideline and said, look, it happened too many times in the first half. Looks like the big fella's set to come back in to the fray.
And there's James Lowes carrying the water, carrying the messages from his coach Brian Noble. Wonder how he's enjoying his retirement.
Well, at least by doing that, he'll have still plenty to say out in the field of play, won't he, Eddie? He won't miss that.
No, he won't, and he's out there now. There he is in the orange shirt, the back of the Bradford defensive line. James Lowes, water carrier, 2004.
Well, shouldn't he be off? Shouldn't, after he's done his job, shouldn't he leave the field of play? He's still out there.
Well, he's taking Rob Parker off with him. And Forum Kibilos has retired, but you're still on his case, eh?
Well, I can't believe it. I mean, what we're doing now, we're having a chaperone, are we, to take the players off?
Oh, it's a high-hanging kick from Price. It's a great chase. Oh, Weston has dropped it. Fielden's after it, and to the rescue comes Brett Howland.
Had to be as well. It's been a nightmare for Wesser. As you can see, he's not the tallest fella, and again, he's allowing this ball to bounce. It was a nasty one. Charge of the Light Brigade, wasn't it? All coming towards him. It has not been a good night for the Penrith fullback so far. Full credit yet again, Bradford applying the pressure. It's like a big tourniquet, isn't it, Eddie? They just sort of stop possession, stop the blood. They haven't had many opportunities. In fact, I think Penrith has only had one occasion where they've had consecutive sets of 6 throughout this game.
Langley is on, just played the ball then to Shontaine Harpy. He gets Luke Lewis. Here is Fielden. That's a good tackle. Terrific tackle there. Pratt. Anderson's back. Now then, here is Leon Price. Back it goes to Jamie Peacock. All hands to the pumps in defence.
Good tackle by British, it had to be. He went low.
Leon Price stabs that forward, and it's gathered in by the substitute Shane Rodney. Well, at half-time, Robbie Paul said he was nervous as a kitten. Robbie, how are the nerves right now?
I've got to tell you, during the game I'm even worse than when we've got some downtime. Terrible at the moment, especially now that they've scored 4 points as well.
Well, the thing is, if Bradford tackle like this and keep Penrith penned back, Robbie, you won't have much to worry about.
Definitely. We're dominating the game at the moment. We're playing in their faces, we're playing at them, and they're struggling to handle us at the moment.
All according to plan then?
Well, I think that was the plan.
OK, back with you later maybe. Thanks, Robbie Paul, our guest on Sky Sports tonight. Oh, Grower got that away under pressure, and here comes Preston Campbell. He's got 4 with him out wide, and he's skinned with us. He gets the ball away, and here now is Fatuira playing on with a migraine. And the referee says that's the turnover.
Went for the power play. Super break though, wasn't it? We just showed the quality and the speed that they have if they give them plenty of room. They got caught there, Bradford. It's been a solid defence. They've been playing that sliding defence. They got caught there. Penrith for the first time got the overlap out wide.
And Campbell showed a bit of pace.
Yeah, not a bit, a lot.
Anderson.
But full credit to the Bradford side. They got back ever so quickly. Boy, they work hard for each other. Been a great team effort.
Bradford desperately trying to get the ball over the halfway line on this, the 5th tackle, and Anderson is prevented from doing that. That's the halfway line there, just a couple of metres short of it. And here is Leon Price to boot Bradford into Penrith territory, but that's down the throat of Rhys Wesser. Now can he show his attacking prowess? Trying to, pops the ball back, and that's Howland. Tackled by Carl Pratt. Rooney. Unforgettable night in the grand final. Here is Ward again.
Looked a shade forward, that got away with it. A lot more enthusiasm being shown now by the Panthers.
Gower tried to go inside, he flicked the ball away, that went backwards, it's okay. Prittis off the deck, gives it to Campbell, and here comes Nalavau. Good hands, the substitute Swain carries it on. Nalavau's there again.
He's lost it. Knock on, couldn't control it.
Terrific defence from Bradford.
And good running yet again from the second row, Nalavau.
He wants to win this, John Lang, doesn't he?
Well, he hasn't come here for the holiday. There's one forward there, and that was it was stolen, wasn't it?
Stolen it was.
Langley got the left hand to it. This really should have been a penalty. Was there 2 in there? Either way, it should have been carry on. Just peeling away.
Yes, 2 on 1, it was stolen.
Should have been a penalty. So the rub of the green not going towards the Panthers at this given time. Don't be surprised if Bradford come up with a pretty crafty move and kick early in the tackle count. Turn this Panthers side around.
Here's Peacock. Carrying the ball forward again, 2 tackles gone. And Lee Radford driving forward once again. Smith gets the ball to Langley. Plenty of chances for both coaches to shuffle things around as this game progresses. Towering kick again from Price. Oh, Wessel! It'll be knock on against Fielden. Knock on against Stuart Fielden.
Well, he's certainly unhappy, isn't he, under the high ball?
Well, Brian Noble has spotted that, hasn't he?
We keep mentioning the fact he's not the tallest, but...
And Luke Rooney and Stuart Fielden sharing a word or two.
Well, the last thing that Bradford want to be doing is get involved with a little bit of rough stuff. They're controlling this game. But I've always maintained that a kick is only as good as the support play that goes through to it. And the eagerness there shown by not just one man, but 5 Bradford players zoning in on the full-back Wesser.
There was a little verbal exchange then between Fielden and Rooney. And Fielden had the arm cocked and ready. Held his discipline, though. As he does, to be fair to him, week in, week out in the Super League generally. Great hit.
You can't afford to give away silly penalties, Eddie. You know, you've got to concentrate. Trying to stick to the game plan. Oh, that looked pretty high there.
Was from Peacock. Here's Colin Ward again, trying to go out on a high. British waits. Back it goes to Gower. Come on, you Bulls, say the majority of the fans here. Poor kick. Vinacolo will wind up for a big run down the wing. Through one. Luke Lewis sticks to the guns.
You're right, Eddie, not the best kick. Not the best chase, to be fair. You could see there that Vinacolo had time to just wind up, get into top gear before they got to him. But their defence has been the key, hasn't it, from Bradford tonight? The one thing that the Australians do complain about is the way that the flies just swarm around you. And that's one thing that Bradford have done. They've just swarmed all over Penrith. They've not allowed them any room to move whatsoever.
Vicona and Vinacolo on the flanks for Bradford. So difficult to put down. Last tackle. Carl Pratt with another one to test Wesser. That's up in the air. Wesser pouches it this time. Whoa, but Anderson and Pratt say, come here. Well, we've got injury news now from the Bulls. Bill.
Yeah, we saw Logan Swan limping off a few minutes ago. It seems as though he's banged his right knee, ice on it at the moment. It doesn't appear to be too serious, but obviously with the Super League opener to come next week against Wigan, what a game that's going to be. The Bulls aren't prepared to take any risks. And Phil, I don't think the Bulls need to take any risks now, do they?
No, I think Brian Noble will be quite happy with the monotony that his side are playing with. They're getting to the last tackle and putting a high kick up. And Eddie, you mentioned that Rhys Wesser didn't look very happy under a high kick. Well, would you, with Paul Anderson and Stuart Fielden sprinting at you?
Definitely not. They've got the penalty here, though. There's a man taken out.
Neat little chip over the top, and
Luke Prittis.
Yeah, problems for the hooker.
Okay, mate, I've not seen that.
Taking a bang there.
He's a tough hombre, but he'll be feeling that, that's for sure. Now then, there's a chip over the top by the skipper, Craig Gower. A good option, something that they failed to do in the first half.
Aaron Smith and Jamie Langley.
No problem about that.
Campbell. Here now is Swain.
Plenty of time left in this game.
It's important that Bradford stand firm here.
Well, it's important also that the Penrith do not try to force the pass. You know, they realise if they can get a score now, then they can build on it.
Yes, it'll be game on.
It's not panic time.
Campbell to Gower. Looking left and finding the substitute, Rodney. Prittis, head bandaged, bravely. At the line, good ball. It's the substitute. And it's Swain who is so close.
How did they stop him? Fielden got underneath.
Here's Campbell, and Campbell jinks his way back towards the sticks. Great defence. Terrific Bradford defence again.
You'll be happy. Full credit to him. Langley involved, putting their bodies on the line. But you just sense also that Penrith have got their tails up. They're making a few breaks now.
And there's 17 minutes plus remaining, so still bags of time for the Premiers from down under. 18-4. Bradford hanging on. That's a strange thing to say with a 14-point lead. Look at the tackling. 166 from Bradford, 226 from Penrith. First game of the new year. What a test for Penrith Panthers. But it's Bradford in terms of possession who claim the superiority. But it's Penrith who are turning the screw.
They certainly are. Bad mistake by Paul Anderson. To be fair to him, he's got through a lot of work. But their ability, Bradford, to just get out of those blocks and sort of get into the faces of the Penrith side. He pointed to the fact that the man with the football, Craig Gower, whilst ever he's out there, Penrith are still in with a chance. And I think it's time now that Johnny Lang has to start saying to Wesser, the fullback, come on, you've got to start testing it now. Come into the line of attack.
Well, just how much do Penrith have in the tank? Remember, this is their first match of the new year. For Bradford, they've had the 2 pre-season friendlies. They've had more match time, but Penrith, with Gower and now Campbell examining them. This is Wesser, and Wesser showed it twice. And in the end, he took a heavy tackle from Price and Harpy. A drive for the sticks from Nalavau. Last tackle for Penrith. Pridis, Campbell, they're trying to run it wide with Gower. Gower pops it up. This is Pulatuya, fantastic defence again. Their line's been threatened each and every time, and they've stood the test. But there is a Bradford man down.
I think it might be Vainicolo, actually.
It's Leon Price.
Oh, Leon Price, he has a problem with that left shoulder, it feels, or the left arm anyway. This has really been a fierce contest. Brought him down, probably went pretty hard. May have got a kick in the leg as well, but he's in agony.
Long, hard season lies ahead for Bradford and indeed for Penrith down under. But Bradford get underway next week in the Super League. That's not a best kick. This is Howland. And here is Wesser. Oh, loses it under pressure from Fielden.
To be fair, Fielden yanked the ball away on the ball-carrying arm.
Price is hobbling his way back. Meanwhile, here is Vanganar. And they want Leon Price to come off the field, apparently, but Price wants to stay out there. Johnson.
Well, at 18-4, you've got to play the safety game. Get him off, get someone fresh out there.
Aaron Smith, Stuart Fielden. Biff and bang. 10 more metres made. Price. Inside to Pratt. Langley. Great tackle, Campbell.
Was it ever? Langley thought he was through that gap.
Carl Pratt, Bradford. Champagne Harpy trying to dance his way to the line. Last one for Bradford.
It needs a good kick into the in-goal area.
And then it is from Leon Price. Gower is carted over the dead ball line. A great chase. Withers has been outstanding tonight.
They know the clock's against them. Leon Price picked up an injury, soon to get back into the action. Kick through there. Well spotted though by the skipper Gower. It had to be as well, but yet again throughout this entire game, blood streaming from the nose. Gower knows that they've had very little room to move, and you can only give the credit to the way that this Bradford defence has been superb. They've gone for the short one, they've got away with it.
And it came off there. Rooney did brilliantly, flicked it down and back to Fatuira. Well, that was inventive. Here's Martin Lang again.
Well, it's at that period of time now that they've just got to take the risk. It was good work by Luke Rooney, yeah. And full credit to Penrith. They want to get more tries on the board.
Oh, good hands. Here's Pulatuya again to the halfway line on the 4th tackle. Pridis, Gower, Clinton.
Plenty of movement, but very difficult to get over the advantage line.
Gower with a good kick, and the speedsters are arriving. That's going to hang in the in-goal area. Withers will run it over the dead ball line. Safety first. Veterinary in-goal area here tonight. But that kick just held in the in-goal, and Brian Noble knows that his men have come through a testing period. Johnny Lang knows there is some more pressure on the way here for the Bulls.
Well, they're out on the feet, both sides. There's been that sort of contest. And I think that the clock will be against them. The English supporters more than happy, especially with the scoreline at 18-4. Only seen glimpses of wonderful form from the Panthers that pulled off that wonderful win down in Sydney last year in the grand final.
Martin Lang, when he runs forward, shows no fear, does he? Clinton. Oh, terrific!
That just sums it all up, Eddie.
Vangenaar and Fielden. Here they come again, though, with Rodney. British waits dummy half in the danger zone again. Gower, great ball. Rhys Wesser loses it.
Lost it again. That'll be the knock on.
Well, they're trying all they know. Time is running out.
Full credit to the full-back. I mentioned that the fact that Johnny Lang had to get the point. He said, look, we've got to get more men in there into attack. The speedsters like Preston Campbell and Wesser. Not many opportunities, but even though they've made the half break and it looks as though they can build upon it, this Bradford defence has just kept coming at them.
11 minutes left. 14 points to lead. Robbie Paul, is that enough? Not got Robbie just yet. We'll be back with him in a sec.
I think he'll be pretty confident, Eddie, at 18-4. You can see there we're going into the last 10 minutes.
I hope he's not left the building.
I think he's just enthralled by
yes,
the effort from his teammates tonight.
Concentrating on the match, no doubt. Robbie, not much time to go. 14 points to lead. Enough?
I'm too scared to say anything, Eddie. You know, I really don't want to put the mocker on them. 10 minutes ago, anything can happen. No, it's not enough. We've got a championship mentality out there. They've got to hold on. You've got to do whatever it takes. And that's what the boys are doing at the moment. We're out on our legs, but so are they.
It's an impressive show from them.
Definitely is, but we still need to take the game to them. Keep in their faces, keep playing at them. Hey, we can still score some tries here as well.
That's a kick, though, right down the throat of Wesser again. Vangenaar gets to him.
Shows you the ability in defence when a prop forward, who are not noted to be the front-line chasers, can go through and pin the fullback down, not just grab him, but to nearly mutilate him in the process.
Martin Lang drives the ball forward. Plays the ball to Pridis. Here is Joel Clinton.
The one thing that Bradford are doing, Eddie, they're not only showing their supremacy to this Penrith outfit, but they're showing the supremacy and they're throwing down the gauntlet to the rest of the Super League sides and saying, hey, if you think we're a little bit dodgy this season because we've lost a few of the players, they've proved tonight they're not going to let go of that Super League trophy.
Vinacola with work to do and does it impressively. Now then, can they force him back over the try line? No, they can't. But what a fantastic effort from Penrith in defence, and what a run from Vinacola. 18-4, 9 to go.
Brian Noble will look towards their ability of the two big wingers, Vicona, Vinacola, especially when they've been trapped down in their own quarter. Their ability to get there quickly, quick play of the ball, has often caught Penrith. They've caught them short and they've made good ground forward.
Vangenaar again.
And when you do that, you get yourself into a good position to make sure that it's a good kick downfield.
Good defensive stint here, though, from Penrith. There's the kick from Pratt, and again into the breadbasket of Rhys Wesser, who floats it wide. Good ball. The shout for forward never was. Luke Lewis. Howland now. Tackled on halfway by Vinacola. Martin Lang.
Much better performance by Penrith in the second half, but I think they will realise it. Johnny Lang, their coach, will obviously give the impression that he knows that it was lost in that first half. It was a brilliant performance by the Bulls in the first 40.
It was, and he was obviously pointing at half-time to the try that was disallowed. Wonder how different a story it might have been had that one stood. Anyway, that's for other people to debate. That's a poor kick from Campbell. Vangenaar clasped that to his body. Here is Vicona. Time running out for Penrith. Bradford on the verge of the modern-day Grand Slam, Clarkie.
Yeah, it'd be a great effort. Very few people know that Brian Noble actually went to Australia to do some research on Penrith back in December of last year. That's how detailed he is in his preparation, and from the information gained there, you can see really he's prepared his side to perfection here. And they've been tested all the way, which is only right if you want to become the world champions. The second half performance from Penrith has really tested Bradford all the way, but the defence has been good enough, and they're just about held up with it. But they can't seem to get enough field position here in the second half. Most of the games played in their own half. And just think one player worth pointing out. Very often we talk about the Bradford forwards who very often get a rest and come on and then make a big impact, like Anderson and Vangenaar. But Stuart Fielden has played the entire game and he's still looking so strong and fresh.
Yeah, it's a magnificent effort from Fielden. There he is again, another tackle completed. Pridis gets the ball away to Lang. It's been a magnificent defensive effort from Bradford so far, second half. Waterhouse got the ball away to Campbell. On one leg he gets it to Gower. Here comes Pridis. Good tackle by Withers again.
It's that man again, Withers.
On the last, and again the power play doesn't come off.
That's the turnover, the handover there. Johnny Lang knows it's a lost cause now. Not enough time on the clock to pull back those 14 points.
Sensational defence from Bradford, and their fans here at the McAlpine in Huddersfield giving them a standing ovation.
They fully deserve it as well.
They're ready to celebrate. They won the Cup and League double last year. They won the League Leaders Trophy. This will be trophy number 4 for Brian Noble in the past 12 months. 5 times Penrith have threatened the Bradford line on the 6th tackle, and 5 times the Bulls have stood firm. It's a major message, this, to the rest in the Tetley Super League, Steve-O. A major message.
It certainly is, and any youngster or mums and dads that want to see all the silverware, you've only got to go to one place now, and that is get to Odsal and look through the trophy cabinet, and fully deserved. This has been an absolutely wonderful performance.
And another high-hanging kick. That's flicked back. Oh, he can have that, Lang. He didn't realise it. It came off a Bradford man. Clinton has picked it up for the Panthers.
Well, that was amazing. Wesser didn't look as though he wanted to get anywhere near that ball. It's been a nightmare for him. But it all comes down to tactics, and they've utilised it so well, Bradford.
That high bomb has been
hard work in
fantastic.
the forwards, put them in that position. I keep mentioning the fact that when you get two big wingers like Conor Vanacola, they're like extra forwards. In the olden days, you used to get the forwards in your own quarter, carting the ball forward so you could get a bit of a rest. They do it for you.
Preston Campbell again. Craig Gower. Cut out ball into the arms of Rooney, and Rooney stabs it down the line, backing himself, but Withers tidies up again. He's been outstanding, Michael Withers.
Absolutely superb. Positional play, you name it. He's been involved in everything.
Peacock, hunted by 3, finished off by 2, Pridis and Clinton.
I'm sure that Brian Noble knows that this has been a victory born about by the fact that all throughout his side they've shared the work. They were eager.
Vicona, nearly slipped the pass. And there's the kick again, this time from Pratt and into the corner. And that will eat the clock up. And yes, he knows that
he's had a big game too.
Bradford are within 3.5 minutes of victory. And another little blow for British sport against the men from Australia. World Club champions.
Well, we may come up short at the international level. We're getting very close. I felt that we should have beaten the Australians in all 3 tests. This will be a lesson, maybe, to the Australians not to take them too lightly. As Brian Noble said before the kick-off, I think that Penrith will realise that they will have been in a pretty tough encounter tonight. They certainly will bow to that. And they know it too. Comprehensively, they have taken Penrith apart, and they had a great outfit, don't worry about that.
And what's more, they're looking for the icing on the cake. 2 tackles gone, they're 5 metres away from the line. Price is there, pops it up, no he doesn't, carries on himself.
Nice little move, Jimmy Lowes normally does that with Anderson coming on the inside, but Price decided to throw the dummy. Didn't get away with it, but they've got the overlap.
They have, and there's a chance here for them. It's Parker! Parker's got it down, has he? The referee will give it to the video ref. It's not the fact of the victory, it's now the margin of victory. No problem with the try.
He wants to look to see if there's an obstruction there, but I couldn't see it. Oh, they could be. They very well could be.
It was Fielden.
I think you'll find
took out Lewis.
Oh, he's going to give the try. He's convinced.
Try's given. Margin is all that means, and Brian Noble now knows that his men are World Club champions 2004. Rob Parker
strikes a blow for the ball-headed ones, and rightly so. He would enjoy that.
The German Chris Casey delighted as well with Brian Noble, the coach. Well, happy birthday, Brian. 43 years young tomorrow. And he has led his team magnificently to this victory, as victory now is absolutely confirmed. Penrith arrived as favourites. Fingers were pointed. There was no goal kicker. Look at that from Withers. 3 from 4. There was no Robbie Paul. There was no Paul Deacon. But Bradford have famously won this match. And the favourites from Australia will go home a beaten side. 22 points to 4. Nobody has won this World Club Challenge in its present form twice until tonight. And the name Noble is written large now in the history books. Well done to Brian and the Bradford Bulls.
And well done to Michael Withers as well, and all the side.
Robbie Paul, you can relax.
I think I can say something now. You're right, Eddie. There's only, less than a minute to go. I'm pretty confident that we're going to get away with this one.
I think you've won it now. How does it feel to be World Club champions?
Once again, I mean, it's got nothing to do with me. It's all the team out there. They've worked hard. 2 months worth of preparation's gone into this game, and you know we've got some level of success. Obviously, silverware again, but the big test is next Friday night at home against Wigan.
Absolutely, Robbie. Thanks very much. We'll see you after the match in the studio. We did actually offer Robbie the chance to go down and join the celebrations with his team. He said he wants to let them savour the moment, and he will savour the moment with us in the studio. 10 seconds away from saying the World Club champions. And they are the Bradford Bulls. It's over. Happy birthday, Brian Noble. Played one, trophy won. What a night for Bradford and the British game. Now the moment that he has been waiting for. Richard Caborn hands him the trophy, and the Bradford Bulls are champions of the world. Marvellous scenes if you're a Bradford Bulls supporter. Marvellous scenes if you're the Bradford Bulls coach.
And no excuses from the Penrith outfit. They know they've been beaten by a superior side. They
The forwards were magnificent tonight.
They certainly was. Right the way through, the full 17, Eddie. It was a tremendous effort. Their ability to look and work for each other. The times that Penrith made a clean break, and yet Bradford had the ability to turn around and chase. It was as though they wanted to keep that line intact. It has been a very, very impressive performance. Not more so from that man with the Union Jack. Carl Pratt has played his part. They all